Hello. Some of you who may have seen my videos before may have noticed that in the background, I usually film them in that corner. In the background there's a chair, a rocking chair. So I finally finished the rocking chair. So I thought, in celebration of that fact, I might film this video rocking back and forth for the whole time. I'm just kidding, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something I've not done before, and which I find not the most organic thing, but I think it's necessary in this case, which is to have a bit of prepared notes. Usually I just like to kind of improvise off the top of my head, but it's a somewhat large subject, so if I do that, I'll probably, as soon as I press pause, stop, I'll realise there were things I should have said and didn't say. And video is not like an article where if you have an afterthought you can add it easily. So, kidney. According to Chinese medicine, kidney deficiency. In Chinese medicine you have every organ of the body can have hyperfunction, excessive function, or it can have insufficient function. So usually translated as excess and deficiency in English. So there is a saying in Chinese medicine that the kidney is always deficient, has no excess. So everything that can go wrong with the kidney is a deficiency, and it has significance for treatment. It simplifies the treatment. So in Chinese medicine, simplification is a very welcome thing because it can appear to be very complex. I had a cousin who passed away a couple of years ago, God rest his soul, and he was not a Chinese medicine person. He was a management consultant, but he'd married a Japanese woman, and he'd done a shiatsu course as a hobby. And he said to me something very wise. He said, if you learn Chinese Oriental medicine, you just have to accept the model. This is true. So the things I'm going to say now, some of them are going to sound strange. And naturally, we in the West want to ask, why does the kidney do X, Y, Z, according to Chinese medicine, but it's not helpful, actually. So the best thing to do is just accept that that's the system they came up with. It's not the same as modern medicine. So when you hear kidney, don't necessarily think kidney. There's two different concepts. Without further ado, the kidney, according to Chinese medicine, is considered to control the brain. So every kind of neurological disorder, from Parkinson's to ALS, motor neurone disease, multiple sclerosis, and so on, to simple things like headaches. Headaches are technically a neurological condition. All depend on the kidneys. This is very strange from modern medicine, but this is a video about Chinese medicine. So kidney deficiency, brain conditions. The second strange thing about the kidneys in Chinese medicine is that they're considered to control the lower body. Anywhere below the waist is the domain of the kidneys. So if a person has weak legs, weak lower back, from the lower back downwards, this is and any problem of the reproductive system, any sexual misfunction, low sexual desire, excessive sexual desire, and so on. These are all kidney issues in Chinese medicine. Knees also, knee problems, if it's not because of an injury. Sometimes the knees may be cold also. So that's brain issues, lower body issues, sex, sexual desire issues, reproductive system issues. So fertility is a big thing here, and more or less every infertility case involves treating kidney deficiency. Nice and simple for you. Number 4, water metabolism of the body pertains to the kidneys. This is the one bit that is the same as modern medicine concept of the kidneys. So you know, bladder, urination, too much urination, incontinence of urination, retention of urination, inability to urinate, all kidney issues. Number 5, the bone. In Chinese medicine, the kidneys control the strength of the bones and the teeth. So a person with kidney deficiency might be one of those people who takes perfect care of their teeth and keeps going to the dentist because they keep getting cavities and nobody can understand why. Kidney deficiency in Chinese medicine. Bone, weakness of the bones, famously, obviously, osteoporosis. And if you look up, I have an article on my website listing the 3 different types of osteoporosis. They're all kidney deficiency. They're just either kidney yin or kidney yang. I'm gonna briefly introduce kidney yang deficiency and kidney yin deficiency, but I don't want to go into it too much because I'm trying to keep this simple. Probably, if you're sitting there listening, probably you think I've already failed, and I hope not, but maybe I have. In keeping it simple. So if you look at a lot of these things are associated with diseases of old age. So osteoporosis tends to occur after the menopause in women. It can occur in men as well. Old people often have lower limbs quite unsteady on their feet. They often fall. This is a kidney deficiency issue. If they fall, they more easily break their bones, which less quickly heal. This is a kidney deficiency issue. And of course, neurological problems are more common in more senior decades. So basically, for old people, always, if you want to look after your parents or any old person, always consider kidney deficiency. Yeah, so I got through this pretty well, I'm surprised. So lastly, I will touch upon kidney yang and kidney yin deficiency. In Chinese medicine, they thought the left kidney was controlled kidney yin and the right kidney controlled kidney yang. This has no physiological, basis in modern medicine, and neither does yin and yang for that matter. However, yin and yang are just simply metaphors for different functions of the body. So, if you feel easily cold, this is kidney yang deficiency. If you feel tired, especially after you've had a virus, so long COVID, kidney yang deficiency. I had a very small COVID at some point with very little symptoms for a couple of days, but for the whole of the rest of the winter, for the first time in my life, I really felt the cold. That's kidney yang deficiency. So chronic fatigue syndrome, Lyme disease, kidney yang deficiency. Yeah, especially the lower limbs, whole body feeling cold, but especially the lower limbs, cold feet. Many people have kidney yang deficiency. Lastly, kidney yin deficiency. Basically, if you think of the symptoms of perimenopausal syndromes like hot flushes, it's the opposite of kidney yang deficiency. You feel cold. Kidney yin deficiency, you feel hot. You overheat, especially at night. And that's about it, really. Lastly, it's nearly 10 minutes. Lastly, I'll just say the kidney, I really like it in Chinese medicine. It's considered the root of the whole body's health in the same way as water in nature is considered, the root of all things. Without water, everything is a desert. So yeah, you have to take care of your kidney. It's the root of all of your body's energy according to Chinese medicine. And before I go, I will rock a little bit in my chair and wish you a happy night. Cheers and good health.